huge crowd for a Friday morning. This is the World of Steven Universe panel. We are so excited to have all of you guys join us today. We have a really special panel for you today, and what better way to start the convention, right? All right, cool. So we want to show, the cast, what Atlanta's all about. So please, give a warm welcome when they come up on stage. First of all, I want to check, are there any new fans of Steven Universe here with us? Woo! Yes! And how many of you guys have been fans from the very beginning? Alright, cool. So before we get started, let me kind of tell you a little bit about the format. We're going to start off with about 30 to 40 minutes of me asking some directed questions. I am here for you guys. I'm going to be here to make sure you guys get the most out of this panel. So as I'm asking the questions and they're answering them, come up with questions of your own, and then at the very end, the last 30, 20 minutes, we're going to let you guys ask your questions as well. A couple housekeeping things. For those in the back, if you can't hear, just signal, maybe do this or something if you can't hear or have trouble with that. Also, because we only have an hour with these guys, please keep your questions as short as possible. We love to hear your story, but we don't have time. We want to respect everyone's desire to ask Zach and Mary your questions. And then, finally, again, let's try not to get too spoilery here. Because, as you know, we have some new fans. We don't know where they're at right now, but we always want to be respectful of that. Anyway, so let's get to the point. Let's meet our guests. With us today is Zach Townsend. In 2014, the Behind the Voice Actor Awards awarded him with Best Male Vocal Performance by a Child for the role of Steven Universe, of course. Zach, come up here. Have Mary McGlynn,
I'm going to take a picture of
who is
this
the voice
because I'm
of
recording.
Connie's mom.
Make it bigger?
You might also recognize her as several characters.
It's a little blurry though.
Cowboy Bebop, Ghost in the Shell. And then last but not least, we have Kristen Garland. She is the comic artist for the Steven Universe series. Come up, Kristen. And we have one more addition. Zach Moore is the producer of the Steven Universe game, Attack the Light. Awesome, thank you. And those are all of our guests. Surprising crowd.
Thank you guys. This is an awesome turnout, seriously.
Friday morning? Seriously? You guys are
Cool. So, when are you guys flying to Atlanta?
Last night for me,
last night.
Cool. Is this your first Momocon?
Indeed.
Yes.
Have you guys ever done a convention in Atlanta?
I did DragonCon 3 years ago. I met David Warner so I could say, don't touch him, he's evil! He's evil! So yeah, it's amazing. I love that I get to see the city. Hopefully I will.
Very cool, very cool. So far, what do you like about
how awesome also you guys for trying out our panel.
Let's kind of jump into some of the basics here. How did you guys get started with Steven Universe? How did you guys get started with the project?
I guess I'll start. About 4 years ago in January, I had an audition come in my email from my agent for this quirky little pilot called Steven Universe, and it was pretty bare bones, just some like drawings of Steven, like 10 lines, and then the extended theme as it's known now for me to record and send over. And I sent it over. A couple weeks later, they called me into the actual Country Network studio in Burbank to do a callback. That happened a couple times, and then we ended up recording the pilot. Which you guys may have seen. It's up on YouTube still, and it's floating around. But I didn't really think much of it until October of that year when I went back in for pickup lines to kind of clean everything up. And I'm in the middle of signing the contract, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, the show got picked up, congratulations. I was like, wait, what? 3 months later, we were starting our first record on Laser Light Cannon, and we've been at it ever since, so having fun.
One of those rare opportunities that I didn't audition. They were big fans of anime, the creators, and they hired Crispin Freeman and I to play Connie's mom and dad because they were such, so I just got a call from my agent or an email saying, "So you booked this thing called Steven Universe, come on in, and you can do it." And I was like, did I audition? And they said, "No, you just got it." And I said, "Does that actually happen?" Okay. And then went in, and I think my first session was with you, and it was like 3 years ago. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was pretty early on. I think Crispin was there too, right?
Yeah. No. I don't think so.
We recorded it at another time, and I see him at a lot of conventions. He's an awesome guy as well.
Yeah, he is. So it's really fun. Every time I see Crispin, I was like, "Hi, honey." He's like, "Hey, doctor."
Yeah, so can you hear me okay? So for me, it came from the comics world, and I've been working with Blue for a while now, doing work for Adventure Time and for me and Puppy Cat, and so I first got started with the Greg Universe special, which was a series of short stories, and after I finished that, one of the editors reached out to me and asked, "Oh, hey, do you want to just, do a test for Steven?" And then I didn't hear for months, and I thought, "Oh man, I didn't get it. Like that's cool." And so we out of the blue, they're just like, "Yeah, we're doing this great new miniseries called Steven Universe and the Crystal Gems," and I've been illustrating it ever since.
Yeah, for me, I have been a producer at Cartoon Network Games for a few years now, and it just happened to assign me this Steven Universe light RPG project, and it had to do with one of my favorite developers, Grumpy Face Studios, who's done a bunch of awesome stuff for us. They fell in love with the brand and just pitched us the most awesome game concept, and it was just a blast to work on. We got to have Zach do original video for it, and a bunch of the other cast, and been loving it ever since.
Thank you for that. So, really quickly, each of you, who is your favorite character and why?
All right. Besides Steven, because that would be cheating. And I can't really pick a gem. Peridot's pointing at herself. Peridot is one of my favorites. I can't pick a gem because that's like picking a favorite family member. So I'm gonna have to go with Onion. Onion's a goofball. We don't really know why he's as weird as he is, and occasionally when he has to do his little me-me-me's, I get to voice him, so I'm kind of biased.
I have to go with my daughter. I mean, come on. If I can't go with myself, I'll have to go with my mom.
I don't know about you, but in my family, we definitely have favorites. I have to say Garnet.
For me, it's Lion.
Another question for all of you. What do you like about the Steven Universe series?
like working on Steven Universe for a lot of reasons. I mean, for starters, just the work itself. We have an amazing crew. They call themselves the Crewverse, as I'm sure you guys know. And they are one of the most amazing teams I've ever worked with, and are constantly coming up with brilliance, and it makes working on the show every week an absolute joy. But the other thing is, like, we have great messages in our shows, in our plot lines. We try to spread a message of positivity and optimism and love for your friends and family, and I think that's a really good message to be sending to people all over the world. So I really appreciate that they've incorporated that in the show.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of darkness in the world today, and it's really nice to have something out there that is so bright and positive and still dangerous, and it's still everything, you know, really high stakes all the time, but it's all about positivity and love, and I'm really honored to be a part of it. Also, just had a plethora of amazing female characters. Children's programming. So hats off to the creators, because it's just an amazing thing to see.
I would also say just seeing how many people it's touched and what a great community has formed around the series has been amazing. I've met a lot of people who said that their life has been changed by Steve. I feel like it's such an honor to just take like a little part of that, and I'm happy that you all can find joy in the series, and I hope that you'll continue spreading that.
Like seeing all of like the Tumblr posts and Twitter posts about it was like truly unreal. Especially people like the screen grab at one point where Steven's supposed to compliment one of the gems and he has to pick. And that was a lot of turmoil for a lot of you, it sounds like. You just don't get that in a lot of shows though, so it's incredible.
And it's also some of the coolest cosplay I've ever seen, I have to admit. I just walk around.